Hey, Xander Holt here, the primal sex expert. And today I'm going to talk about the Phoenix, best shockwave therapy machine for ED reviews. My results after 12 rounds of treatment. Now this is my third review video when it comes to the Phoenix, formerly known as the Rocket by Launch Medical. And in this video, not only am I going to share with you my results after 12 rounds of treatment in terms of my erections, my lasting power, and the size of my penis, but I'm going to share with you a couple of really powerful hacks that I've developed that can greatly increase your stage 4 rock hard erections. And in a moment, I'm also going to share with you how you can make the Phoenix even more powerful than what you get straight out of the box. So let's get started. Now, before I actually demonstrate with you how to use the Phoenix and these hacks that I've developed, I would like to describe quickly what the Phoenix is and what it does, because I get asked this all the time. So the Phoenix is the first at-home low-intensity shockwave therapy unit that actually works. And it works because it has the identical or virtually the identical energy signature as a Gainswave unit. Now those are those really expensive units that you get at ED clinics where it costs thousands of dollars to get treatments in order to correct your erectile dysfunction. Well, the Phoenix has, like I said, virtually the identical energy signature, but you get to use it in the comfort of your own home, and it's a fraction of the cost. What it does, what this low-intensity shockwave treatment does, is it breaks up the microplaque that's in your penis. And this is really important because this microplaque prevents blood flow from going through. And it's really important in the penis because some of those vessels, those capillaries, are so small that only one red blood cell can get through at a time. And you can imagine if that's blocked with plaque, there's no way you're going to get the same kind of erection that you would if it wasn't blocked, if you had that free flow. And that's what the Phoenix does. It breaks up that microplaque so you get much better blood flow in the penis itself. And in addition to that, it causes angiogenesis, which is the creation of new blood vessels. So you actually get even more blood flow into the penis, which means even harder erections. All right, so let me show you how a treatment is done and these couple of hacks that I've developed. Okay, I'm going to show you the basics of how to use the Phoenix, as well as a couple of hacks that I have found have really helped with the hardness of my erections, particularly in the second 6 rounds that I've done. Now, first of all, when you turn on the Phoenix, it's going to have 5 lights that come on. And those 5 lights correspond to each one of these lines on the penis. So the top line here, the top right line, the top left line, the bottom right line, and the bottom left line. Okay, so you don't want to treat this very bottom portion here because that's where the urethra comes out, and that's what you pee through, and you can irritate that. Plus, this is the most sensitive area of the penis right here, and you don't want to make it oversensitive. So anyway, that's what corresponds to the lines. Now, one of the things that the Phoenix can do that a lot of people don't know about is that it can actually treat venous leakage. So some guys lose their erection because they have venous leakage. See, blood flow, the penis gets hard because all this blood rushes into it. But it has to stay in there by these veins clamping down to keep the blood in the penis. And when those veins get compromised and those valves no longer close like they should, it allows blood to leak out, and guys can lose their erection from that. And you can actually treat this with the Phoenix. Now, in order to do that, what you do is you get to the, I'm losing one of my sequins here. It's my disco shirt. If you go around in a semicircle here on the bottom,
Okay, a semicircle. That will help treat those veins that lose their integrity, their ability to keep the blood flow in the penis if you have that particular issue. Okay, and you do that in place of doing the top line. Instead of doing the top line, you do this semicircle around. Okay, so for 10 rounds, because each one of these lines you do 10 times up and down. Okay, then you do the next one 10 times and all the way around, and then you do another set of that, 2 sets of that. So it takes about 20 minutes. Now, I did do this venous leakage one for this. I did it for a few treatments, but I don't really have venous leakage. So I didn't see much of an improvement with that particular hack. Someone who's having venous leakage problems probably would. But what I do is, in order to make sure those veins are keeping healthy, is I combine the two. So what I'll actually do is I'll come down on this first line, and when I get to the end, I'll do a semicircle, a quick semicircle to one side and a quick semicircle to the other side. And then come back up. Okay? So provides a little bit of treatment there without, overdoing it. So I really like that hack. That's how I do all my treatments now when I do them. So that's a really good one. Now, another hack that I do is half of the penis is buried inside of the body. It's called the buried shaft. And in order to get the hardest of erection, those stage 4 erections, that buried shaft has to get rock hard. So what I figure is I'd treat that buried shaft. So that's a hack I do, where instead of just going down the line and ending here at the scrotum, I go past the scrotum in to the perineum. Now, it's really hard for me to show you on this YouTube video. I include this technique in the Spirit of the Phoenix, which you get for free if you buy the Phoenix through our affiliate link, or you can even purchase the Spirit of the Phoenix separately if you want to learn this hack. If you're not using the Phoenix, it's not really important to see it anyway. But I do think that is the main reason my erections have increased more so in the second round of 6 than in the first round of 6. All right. And let's see. I think that's about it in terms of the hacks. What I would say is that when you actually do the treatment, you want to hold. I like to use a washcloth because this lubrication can get really slippery. And once you start the treatment, okay, you want to continue with the treatment. And what I like to do is they recommend putting a little bit on the tip here and then doing the treatment. But I like to put the water-based lube on the penis itself. This is a water-based lube called Sliquid H2O. You can use their heat shield, which is a water-based lube, or you can use an ultrasound gel. But what I like to do is first put it on there and test it. Make sure it goes smooth. Because once you turn this on, it keeps going for 10 rounds on each line. So you want to make sure it's running smooth before you do it, and you'd want to make sure you got a good grip, because if you keep losing this thing, you're going to lose your pulses. You're not going to get a full treatment. So just make sure you're set up well, and then this is done on a flaccid penis, so you grab hold and you sort of pull out a bit, and then you work each one of these lines. So I'm going to show you in fast motion how a treatment is done on each one of these lines.
All right, now I'm going to share with you the results I've gotten after 12 rounds with the Phoenix. And I'm going to show you how you can greatly increase the results you get with the Phoenix from just what you get right outside of the box. So let's start with the results. Now, for those of you who haven't watched my other review videos, I did one at 6 times and this one's at 12 times. It's going to become important in a moment. And if you also don't know, I am the developer of the Rock Hard for Life formula. So my erections were already rocking, okay? So I just wanted to see if I could make them even better, which the Phoenix did. So we'll talk about that in a second, but let's talk about hardness first, because what I did after the first 6 treatments, I would say my hardness went up by about 10%. This second round of 6, for a total of 12, I say now it's a total about 15% harder than it used to be. But it's a much better hardness, because I think it's primarily due to that hack I showed you in getting the buried shaft, because now I can feel that buried shaft get really hard. So it provides a strong base for the rest of the erection. I kind of think of it like that skin around a rhino horn that just really provides it a lot of support. So it's really helped in that sense. Now, in terms of lasting power, it's about the same. I can last as long as I want. That's one of the things we teach in Rock Hard for Life. It hasn't increased it or decreased it. But I'd also say that what I have not noticed with the Phoenix is an increase in sensitivity, which it purports to do. I personally haven't noticed that. My sensitivity hasn't gone down and it hasn't gone up. It stayed the same. So I don't know about you. Your results may vary. Now, in terms of penis size, that's a different story. Let's talk about that. Now, before I get into the details, it's important that I talk about the difference between the first 6 treatments and the second 6 treatments I did, because I approached it differently. The first 6 treatments, I did 2 treatments a week for 3 weeks, okay? And I pumped every day, as they suggested. That's 10 minutes with an air pump is what I did every day. Now, and then after that first 6 treatments, I took a 3-week break, although I continued to pump, and then I did the second 6 treatments. But those 6 treatments was 1 treatment a week. So that's over 6 weeks, and I decreased the pumping to every other day. So basically 3 times a week. Okay, that's important because there's a difference in the results I got. So let me talk about that. First, in terms of, I would say first of all, just to summarize it, with the second 6 weeks, there's about a 0.2 inch increase globally, which you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So let's get into the specifics. So the flaccid length with the first 6 treatments, the first 6 treatments grew by a 0.5 inch. With the second 6 treatments, it grew by 0.2 inch. So that's a total of 0.7 inch, which is pretty impressive over that period of time. And then in terms of the erect length, that for the first 6 treatments grew by 0.5 inch, and once again the second 6 treatments grew by 0.2 inch, for once again a total of 0.7 inch total. Not bad. And then the girth for the first 6 treatments grew by 0.4 inch. The second 6 treatments, 0.2 inch. So a total of 0.6 inch in girth. So what this is showing me, and I would really love to hear your results if you're trying this, is that it did better in terms of overall improvement in penis length if I did 2 treatments a week instead of 1 treatment a week, and I did daily pumping instead of every other day. So hopefully that helps you when you use the Phoenix yourself. Now, as you've probably seen, most guys, there's lots of review videos on the Phoenix. I mean, personal testimonials, and most guys are super happy with it. Some guys are not, and the reason they're not is because that is not all there is to erections, okay? Blood flow in the penis is super important. It's one of the critical factors when it comes to getting rock hard erections, but it's not the only critical factor. You got to get blood flow to the penis too. Okay, you got to have optimal erection boosting biochemicals like testosterone, oxytocin, dopamine sensitivity, CGMP. You got to know how to deal with performance anxiety. That's a huge problem with guys. You got to know how to get over that refractory period. You got to know how to have that morning wood. So that's why I developed the Spirit of the Phoenix. I give this away for free for guys who purchase the Phoenix through our affiliate link. And it fills in those gaps. It teaches you how to do those things so that you get rock hard regardless of the situation. So if you click on our affiliate link, okay, not only will you get to purchase the Phoenix, but you will also get the Spirit of the Phoenix for free. And if you've already purchased the Phoenix and you want the Spirit of the Phoenix to go along with it, still click on the link because it will give you information on how you can purchase it separately. All right, I hope this really helps you in terms of really optimizing the Phoenix. And this is it for this video. Please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel because I got lots more coming up. In fact, the next video I got coming up is on the curved penis and how to correct it if you want to correct it. But I'm also going to talk about you may not want to. There's some surprising information I found, and I personally have a curved penis. So if you want to tune into this video. All right, I will see you in the next video.